Live from the Texas Cheerlickers Studios. It's in the building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
We are professional podcasters and former radio superstars. Good morning. Now we're trying to be television stars. It's week 4 of this new project here
already.
On Chris 6. This is 4 shows in. It is Mike Taylor, Rudy Johnson.
Hello.
A.K.A. Rudy J. And we are in the building, Sports Edition. Welcome in here. Good Saturday morning, everybody. Another weekend. I feel like just when I recover from games, I wake up and it's time to think about the next game.
Oh, I thought you were going to say recover from drinking.
Well, I've been guilty of having to recover
we all
from
have
drinking.
above 21, obviously. Yeah.
Well, I had a couple of moments in high school, too. I'm not going to lie. A long time ago. Welcome in here. It is football Saturday here on Chris 6. Had a hell of a game last Saturday night with A&M and Notre Dame.
Oh, man.
In a game that went to overtime, and A&M got a huge victory. And
got away with the holding. Well, it was actually a tackle.
Well, I've been told there's a holding call.
On
there can
every
be a
play.
holding call every time. No, I want to give the Aggies some flowers today.
We will.
Whether you want to do it now or here in the next segment or so. A fun weekend last week.
Let's get into it now. Why
All
not?
Right.
Why not? When is the last time we just said, you know what? Here's this bouquet, no pun intended, this bouquet of flowers, a bouquet of flowers for the fighting Texas Aggies.
I mean, why would we continue to lead with the Texas Longhorns, who have the worst starting quarterback in college football? We might as well talk about
Power 5.
We might as well. I don't know. I went
maybe all of football.
I've been to a couple of UTSA games, Rudy, and I've not seen a worse quarterback at a major college football program than what's going on.
With the Aggies,
we'll do that in a minute.
Yeah.
How about those Aggies? The timing of their off week.
Idle.
They play that mighty Idle State today. I wonder if a lot of the kids on that team are like, dang it, I don't want an off week. They got momentum.
You know what's crazy? The reason why I wanted to talk about them today is because they're still kind of everybody's hesitant. I feel the nation's hesitance toward jumping on the Aggie bandwagon because, or just going off the credit report. The credit report shows that at some point the Aggies will get in their own way. But as of right now, they're the best team in Texas.
And you're right, because when I look at the credit report, and I just printed the Aggies credit report.
Is it Experian or TransUnion?
I can't. They're not. I can't say because they don't sponsor this show.
Yeah,
you want to
right
mention? You got to be a part.
You're right about that.
So I got 3 names for you here. You led me right down this avenue here. Haynes King is a former Texas A&M starting quarterback who's now at Georgia Tech. And they've jumped into the top 25. Kid by the name of Connor Wegman. Aggies remember him.
You remember.
Connor Wegman, a 5-star stud, could not figure it out. He's at Houston, and they're doing well. He's doing great. He's doing what he was hoping he would do. And then Zach Calzada, a former Aggie starting quarterback, is currently at Kentucky in the SEC, starting. I think the point I'm making is, and the reason why we always have to check the A&M credit report is because they don't have a player problem in College Station.
They never had a talent problem.
No.
But see, this is the thing. When you get a coach like Elko, Mike, that's coming from the program he came from, which is Duke, right?
Yeah.
You are forced to coach guys up. You're not handed 5 stars because you got the most NIL money and the most beautiful campus and the most beautiful locker room and pretty young ladies. At Duke, you got, okay, I'm going to have to take this 2.5 star and turn him into a 4-star.
Yeah.
So he's used to doing that. He's used to coaching them up. And I know we're speeding. It's early, but I just want to give them their flowers, and they're being coached up. There's never been a lack of talent.
No.
They've always had the talent, but Jimbo wasn't it.
Well, nor was Kevin Sumlin, nor was the guy before him or the guy after him.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Culturally, wrong coaches. I support A&M. I do. I want those kids to do well. It's 80% of that roster. It says Texas on their shirt, and I support them. I hope they figured it out.
Going into South Bend, I know everybody, Notre Dame's overrated. Whatever.
What?
That's a tough place to win.
Sure.
That's a very tough place to win.
Sure. And Marcel Reed did not look very good last year. All of a sudden this year, it looks like he's improved. The lights come on.
The lights came on.
And maybe it slowed down some for him. He was very good last week. This is an A&M team that everyone thought might have one of the better running games in America going into the season that would have to carry Marcel Reed. And while they still have talented runners, Rudy, now we've had these 2 wide receivers emerge at A&M, and that's only made Marcel Reed even better.
Yeah.
So Marcel Reed has improved. You found 2 great wide receivers, it appears. You already had the running backs. The offensive line at A&M is always going to be good. The defense is always solid. The Aggies, they don't deserve just a bouquet. They deserve a couple.
If this is
How about some champagne with my bouquet? How about it? Take me on a date.
Not yet.
Can we go on a date?
No.
Okay.
We go on a date.
Okay.
We go on a date.
Okay.
We go on a date. That's cool with that.
Well, we're not getting engaged just yet.
No. And not only that, Mike, if this is the real Aggies, this is real and it's not a mirage, I can only find maybe 2 losses on their schedule. You got LSU, you still got UT, but if this UT is the same UT, then that's a win. So shout out to the Aggies. Whoop!
They don't play Georgia. They don't play Alabama. A&M and Aggies are like, stop it. Stop talking.
Yeah, I know. They're
Talk
probably
about Arch.
Yeah, you're right.
This thing looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good. They curb stomped Utah State, slaughtered UTSA. Great. Then they go into South Bend, though. Whether they're overrated or not, Notre Dame lost people. That was a big win, and they look good doing it. All right, up next. Now we'll talk about the worst quarterback in America, Arch Manning, on in the Building Sports Edition on Chris 6. I like beer, and I like burgers, Rudy.
And I like wings.
Well, we got all that and more. It's the BWB Restaurant, longtime staple in Corpus Christi, Texas. Got the 2 locations, and both of them have good times.
Absolutely. And I can't think of a better place to take in some football, whether it be college football, pro football, basketball runs around. It's a great watching scene over at the BWB.
It's great. 2 locations in town on the south side on Saratoga, and then off I-37 on Upriver Road, the BWB Restaurant. Sammy's Embroidery in South Texas, providing logos on hats, gear, and all kinds of clothes all over the great state of Texas, Rudy.
That's right. No order too big, too small, using all of the state-of-the-art equipment.
And it's all done in-house, too. No outsourced jobs. This is all made by folks in a Texas shop in Texas. Name brand gear, Nike, Port Authority, Reebok, Under Armour, all the big names, all the big brands for you. Sam's Embroidery in South Texas. 210-824-3900, Sam's Embroidery. Welcome back to In the Building Sports Edition. Mike Taylor with Rudy J.
Yes, sir.
Every Saturday morning right here on Chris 6, you will find us. Normal start time, 11 a.m. Sometimes we play with it based on games and programming, but otherwise 11 a.m. every Saturday morning here on Chris 6. Rudy and I also do a wildly popular, highly viewed podcast during the week called In the Building. It airs Monday through Friday. Most days it airs live at 10 a.m. You can find it by going to YouTube and go to Love You Hard TV. That tends to stump people. Love You Hard TV.
Because we love y'all hard.
Correct. I love everybody hard. We love you. It's a play on words. Find that channel on YouTube. We are In the Building. Rudy and I do In the Building on Love You Hard TV 5 days a week, sometimes 6 during the football season. So that's how we use that podcast, parlayed it into this TV gig. And here we are doing our TV thing here on Chris 6.
Before we destroy the worst quarterback in Texas.
Yes.
Let me see. Move that microphone. Show them that jersey.
Oh, you got it. I got to represent, man.
Look at that. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
So here's what I'm worried about being on TV.
Me too.
With my gut.
Me too.
And this doesn't fit me well. This was given to me by Jim Bob Brazil, the news director here at Chris 6.
It fits, though.
Well, that's because I've been sucking in for the last 20 minutes since we started the show. And it's also, and I don't ever recommend tucking in a jersey into jeans.
Oh, I used to hate going to Spurs game and seeing the dude that just got off work and he throws his jersey on over his long sleeve and tucks it in.
Yeah.
Dude, what are you doing?
I know. I probably shouldn't be wearing it like this, but it goes to my knees. This was for a tall, skinny basketball player.
You can't have it looking like a dress.
I don't know who wore number 12 at A&M Corpus Christi last season, but I apologize to this poor kid. He was clearly tall and skinny. I am the opposite of tall and skinny. I'm short and dumpy.
I just wanted everybody to be able to see that.
Had to tuck it in. Yeah, had to tuck it in. There it is. There you go. Shout out A&M Corpus Christi. All right. Did you just call him the worst quarterback in Texas?
Power 4.
Man, I've seen
Power 4s.
Rudy, I've watched Luke McCown play twice in person at UTSA this year. Owen. Why do I always want to say Luke?
He got brothers. They got 17 brothers.
The
It's all
Fighting
good.
McCown family.
Nobody knew.
But like
It's
a
all
family
good.
at clowns in a circus or acrobats.
Right.
I've seen Owen McCown play quarterback twice this year for UT San Antonio. He ain't going to the NFL.
No.
I'm not even sure he's not even the best quarterback UTSA has had in the last 5 years.
Gosh, no.
He's so much better right now than Arch Manning is
Right
playing.
now.
Right now.
We're just talking about right now.
Right now.
That could change.
When you go back and look at Arch Manning's film from the UTEP game last week, forget that that's Arch Manning. Just watch the tape.
Don't put a name with it.
No.
And you'll be like, why is this guy playing?
He is not scholarship worthy right now. I'm not kidding. This is not hyperbole. Arch Manning, the way he's playing, would have never been offered a scholarship by Steve Sarkisian. Never. This is unbelievable how bad he's been. As I sit and watch him, you cannot help from thinking about Chris Sims.
Chris
20
Sims
years
was better
ago.
than this.
Chris Sims was never this bad. Never. This kid can't even get his feet set. It's with Chris Sims, it was, and he was fine against everybody but the good teams. Chris Sims, the knock on Sims back 20 years ago was he was bad in the big games. Oklahoma, Big 12 championships, the better teams.
And I also feel
Arch sucks against Texas El Paso.
right. And, I don't want to dwell on Sims, but I also feel like Sims was just up against somebody. It wasn't that Sims was awful, Mike. It's just that Major Applewhite was better. That's what he was up against. But this isn't the situation here. This situation is, and again, all of this that you're hearing from us and the rest of the nation and the fans that booed Arch is Sarkisian's fault if Arch is hurt. Sarkisian comes in jumping all over reporters. Oh, well, who told you that? What's your source? Did Arch tell you that? Okay, Sark, you saying he's not hurt. I'm going to take your word for it. Although your credit report, since we're talking credit report, you never told us that Ewers was hurt last year. We didn't find out Ewers was hurt till at the end of the season. So your credit report shows that you will lie about an injury. But I'm going to take your word for it. You're a grown man. And if you are right, if you're saying that he's not hurt, then I'm forced to come on my show here on Chris 6 in the Building Sports Edition and say Arch Manning stinks.
That's correct.
Because you told me he's not hurt. And because they get paid, now I don't treat them like children. They're employees. And your employee that is the face of this, well, really the face of college football, more commercials than touchdowns, is awful. Awful.
Arch has been asked point blank this week to his face in the locker room, are you hurt? No. It's confidence. Okay, then I'm forced to come on here and tell you, you are terrible. How can
What do you want me to do? You want me to lie?
I can't. We're watching the biggest mental meltdown that I've ever seen in sports ever. This kid, Phil Long.
Is it Ben Simmons won't shoot a layup bad?
Yeah, because that was at least on the NBA level. Ben was fine in college.
Ben was 6'10" and wouldn't shoot a layup.
Arch Manning stinks against UTEP.
Yeah, you're
Arch
right.
Manning
Now,
needed,
that's a great point.
Arch Manning stunk for 2 quarters against San Jose State. Phil Longo's the head coach of Sam Houston State, who the Longhorns should beat today by 40.
Right.
They're 0-3. They're one of the worst teams in the country. Longo just got the job. He
They're
was the
rebuilding
offensive
everything,
coordinator at Ole Miss, recruited in the SEC for 15 years, and said this week, in all my years in the SEC, I'd never seen a better high school player than Arch Manning. This is mental.
Mike, even last year, those few games he got in,
He was great.
we would come on our podcast in the building and be like, why isn't he starting?
I know.
What happened?
Because when he would come in, what would happen to the bench and the
Everybody's
juice?
like, let's go. Let's go.
Ooh,
Arch
is
here.
in.
Yeah.
And
What
now
happened?
it's almost like, oh gosh.
What happened?
I don't know to keep this about the Chris Sims analogy. I don't know if there's a Major Applewhite on the bench right now at Texas.
But he ain't no worse than this.
Dude, if he struggles today, you've got a bye week to get the next guy ready for Florida. That's going to be, does Sark have the guts, More on this and other things next. Ready?
Ready?
Let's
I'm
go.
ready.
I'm ready.
I'm in the building.
If you like our television show, you will also like our podcast. Every day, Monday through Friday, we have In the Building podcast, Rudy.
That's right. You can subscribe at Love You Hard TV on YouTube. Check us out 10 a.m. weekdays. In the building, baby.
Love You Hard TV on YouTube. Welcome back. It's In the Building Sports Edition. We do a podcast during the week. Rudy and I do on Love You Hard TV on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, iHeart, Apple, whatever you're choosing. But we would love it if you'd find us on our YouTube channel. That's what helps us get to you better, and it makes us. We want you to see us, not just hear us. So thank you for watching the podcast. If you do one, Love You Hard TV on YouTube. This is obviously Chris Six. We're getting ready for the football weekend. We've talked Texas and A&M. Just to put a bow on the Arch thing, I hate that I'm have to come on here and bash this guy.
Nobody was
Manning.
more excited for Arch than you.
I can't believe
you propped Arch up for 6 months straight.
I'll just say it again.
Natty, the whole thing.
If he's not exponentially better today against Sam Houston,
don't start him in the Red River.
There's no way. I wouldn't start him in the swamp in Florida in 2 weeks. You have a bye week next week. I'm sorry, idle. I've been told it's idle.
Whatever.
You have 2 weeks to get the next guy ready. The question is, does Steve Sarkisian have the guts to bench Arch Manning 3 weeks into his career? He might have no choice but to do so after today, after a month. Georgia
last year in Austin comes back out the second half with Arch.
I think he played him in the mid-second quarter.
Yeah, he kind of
to light a fire.
Just to say guts, I think so.
Yeah, well,
if it gets that bad, I think he does have the guts. Is what I'm answering. I'm answering the question.
I hope so. We're about to find out if he's got the guts.
Yeah,
Arch Manning's playing himself off the field. Sark may not have a choice. If you wait, this Arch Manning, they don't beat Florida, and Oklahoma runs them off the field in Dallas. It's going to happen if this kid doesn't improve big time. All right, on to the NFL. Cowboys last week, 40-37 in overtime over the Giants. A very winnable road game tomorrow at 3:25 at Soldier Field against a bad Bears team. Cowboy takes here 3 weeks in.
Rule that Mike taught me. You never apologize for winning. You're playing against pros. I don't care how bad the team is. Your defense is kind of struggling a little bit. Russell Wilson puts up over 400 yards passing. But going into this Chicago game tomorrow, 3:25 in Soldier Field, one of the worst fields in the world, it's a must-win. What do you mean it's a must-win? Rudy, it's week 3. What I mean is when you are an average football team, the games against the teams that are bad become must-wins because you still got Green Bay, you still got Philly, you still got the Commanders twice, you still got the Chiefs, you still got some games that you're probably going to lose. So if your aspirations are with Dak, who did Dak tell? Oh, I'll see you in the Super Bowl. I don't remember who he told that to. But if your aspirations are to get there or just get to the playoffs, you have to beat teams that give up 50 points. And the Bears are one of those teams. The Bears are awful. I know it's week 3. Chris Six, but this is a must-win for the Cowboys.
I think he told Matthew Stafford that in a preseason game against the
conference
Rams.
Championship.
I see in the playoffs.
And if he believes that, which I do, Dak does believe that, got to beat the bad teams when you're average.
See, this is a big game for the Bears too.
Because?
They don't want to go 0-3. Ben Johnson just called the entire team out this week, their new head coach.
Deservedly so.
For bad practice habits that he has picked up on. That he now realizes they didn't have that in Detroit when he was with Dan Campbell. Ben Johnson has inherited a pretty bare cupboard in Chicago, and he let us all be known this week. Y'all got bad practice habits. Ben Johnson ain't happy. Caleb Williams is the most scrutinized young quarterback in the league. You are going to take on Matt Eberflus on Sunday.
The guy who ruined your first year in the league.
The guy who ruined your first year in the league. And if it's a him problem and not a you problem, you need to prove it by playing well against the Cowboys, who come into your house trying to make you 0-3. So this is a big game, yes, for the Cowboys, but it's an equally big game for the Bears because Ben Johnson's went ahead and pulled it out there. He knows what he's doing by complaining to the Chicago media. He could tell them behind closed doors, y'all need to get your practice habits in order. To call them out in the paper, to call them out in the press conference publicly, that's Ben doing that strategically to see if he can light a fire under his team. This is a big game for both teams tomorrow.
Yeah, and it also shows me there's no leadership. If a team you show me a team that practices bad, I'll show you a team that just has just because you got a C on that jersey doesn't mean you're a true leader or captain. I can remember Tom Brady telling the story Aaron Hernandez was doing whatever the heck he wanted to. Bill Belichick wouldn't say anything. Mm-hmm. Tom dog cussed him. Ray Lewis. You've seen the videos of Troy Aikman mad, screaming, and dog cussing everybody out. If they have bad practice habits, one, I could say, Ben, that may be on you, but two, there's no leadership. I'm speaking on the Bears. No leadership if you're practicing bad.
Nobody in the free world thinks the Cowboys are going to beat the Packers.
You don't think so?
In week 4.
You don't think so?
I don't know anybody. Do you?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Which makes this game, if you don't, so let's say you lose to Chicago, and then
now you're 1-2.
Just assume you're going to lose to the Packers.
Now you're 1-3.
And now all of a sudden doubt creeps into your room.
Yes.
Because on that level, every player in the NFL thinks he's on a good team until he realizes he's not. And that creates issues in your club, not just on the field, but in the room.
For sure.
The Cowboys have a huge part of the schedule that starts tomorrow. You have got to win the games you're supposed to win.
Especially when you're really not that good, but you're really not that bad.
And then try to go 50-50 against the good teams, but you don't have any leeway when you're Dallas.
I love that. 50-50 against the good teams.
Yeah, and beat all the bad teams.
Yes. That's the only way they're getting in.
No, exactly. Especially in a division that has the dang Eagles. And now the Commanders may be without Jaden Daniels, but I still anticipate the Commanders to be a major problem this year in the NFC East. If you are a contender in this division, you can't lose to ding-dongs like the Bears. It's a big game for the Cowboys.
I agree with that. Huge game.
All right. Next segment, I want to just use that to promote our show. Before we get out of this segment, though, C.J. Stroud's a kid that looks like he's in deep water. I need him to get
shaky.
better. Yeah,
at best it's shaky. Remember that his rookie year, we may be looking at the next Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
no, we're not.
Yeah, Arch Manning, C.J. Stroud, both on notice. All right, love you hard. One more quick segment. It's in the building here on Chris 6 TV. Protect your property's most valued services with Lone Star Nano Services. We specialize in roof rejuvenation and repair, as well as concrete and wood surface treatments using state-of-the-art nanotechnology sealants. Our advanced solutions shield your structures from the harsh South Texas elements, ensuring that they stay resilient and beautiful for years to come. Safeguard your property's most valuable assets. It's Lone Star Nano Services, where protection meets innovation. I like beer, and I like burgers, Rudy.
And I like wings.
Well, we got all that and more. It's the BWB Restaurant, longtime staple in Corpus Christi, Texas. Got the 2 locations, and both of them have good times.
Absolutely, and I can't think of a better place to take in some football, whether it be college football, pro football, basketball runs around. It's a great watching scene over at the BWB.
It's great. 2 locations in town on the south side on Saratoga, and then off I-37 on Upriver Road, the BWB Restaurant. Welcome back. It's In the Building Sports Edition here on Chris 6 with Mike and Rudy, and we're getting ready to see what Arch Manning looks like today against Sam Houston State.
It's crazy, Mike. That's
crazy.
That's normal day. Like if you're a T-shirt UT fan, you're like, baby, they're playing Sam Houston State. Let's take the kids out.
Yeah.
We can't. We have to see what happens.
Can't be a family man today.
No, you got to see what happens. Yeah.
I got to see. It's either I have to watch because I got to see if he's going to improve at all. But in a crazy way, if he doesn't, it's kind of fun watching the train wreck. We can't take our eyes off train wrecks.
I'm a rubbernecker. I'm one of the people holding up traffic trying to see the wreck. I am. I'll admit it.
we have a long podcast we do 5 days a week in which we talk about, well, everything.
God talk, sports talk, life talk, kids.
Oh, my gosh.
Whatever comes to mind.
Yeah, managing your family during football season, those kinds of things. All right, so tune in to us every Saturday morning here on Chris 6. Rudy and I, we're proud to be 4 shows in now.
I can't believe it's already been 4.
Tell your folks, tell them we found a good show on Chris 6. It's on Saturday mornings. Get ready for football with me and Rudy. Thanks to Jose Bouquet, our producer. Thanks to Chatterbox Studios in San Antonio, Texas, our studio. Back next week for another edition of In the Building Sports Edition.
Ready?
Let's go. I'm ready.
I'm in the building.
If you like our television show, you will also like our podcast. Every day, Monday through Friday, we have In the Building podcast, Rudy.
That's right. You can subscribe at Love You Hard TV on YouTube. Check us out 10 a.m. weekdays. In the building, baby.
Love You Hard TV on YouTube.